my channel. If you guys are new here, what's the deal? And if you guys are old, what that shit do? All right. Keep in mind that these messages are general, okay? So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Catch me on the next one, and hopefully it sticks, okay? Y'all, that cold wasn't so little, okay? Child, I have been coughing, sneezing, nose running. I'm just like, y'all. So excuse my voice. It sounds a little on the very white side, okay? So, y'all, message today, and that is each one teach one, okay? Each one teach one. So for those, because y'all know when I bring the iPad out, it's because I've been researching some shit. I've been, I just want to get a better understanding, because and that's basically the explanation of each one teach one, right? Me doing this background work, so then when I come and I speak to y'all, you guys gain the knowledge as well, right? So I looked it up, and it says each one teach one is an African proverb that means when someone gains knowledge or a skill, they have a responsibility to share it by teaching someone else, essentially spreading knowledge within a community, particularly used in contexts where education might be limited or restricted. It emphasizes the idea of passing on knowledge to uplift others, right? And that's a lot of what we do here on this channel, despite like maybe, the crazy energy that may be coming in when it comes to like everyday life, the certain type of things that we encounter. The whole idea is to learn from those things, try and take the positive out of it, and to uplift you to either do better or move in different directions or form different type of mindsets, right? So, and that was basically originated back in slavery days, right? And it was when African Americans were taken away the ability to have education, to be able to learn and progress. You know what I'm saying? When white people, shit. And I don't know, why nowadays it may seem a little uncomfortable, because I feel like they are trying to erase what was actually facts as far as what was going on back in slavery days. So even just talking about it now, it's almost as if like, and I don't have anything, we don't judge over here, collective. We don't judge over here about any type of race, color, or what have you, right? But sometimes talking about certain things that are factual, when it has a relative factor to you, or whatever group you are associated with that portrayed those certain type of things, it can sometimes be uncomfortable to talk about, right? So, but that's what it comes with educating yourself. Even though, like, if some of you guys are from a certain type of race and you have that certain type of background of, and it's crazy because that type of stuff, it's passed down. Certain behaviors, like how certain people or groups are viewed, that gets passed down. Whether it has a good connotation towards it or whether it has a bad connotation towards it. Okay? So that's why it's so important to like educate yourself with each one teach one, and gain knowledge on certain things, and not just go based off of what may have been passed down in whatever manner it was. Okay, now I also got a download of somebody, like, I feel like a majority of you guys may be like sapiosexuals, right? For those who don't know what sapiosexual is, I did look it up so we can, okay? So sapiosexual is a sexual orientation that describes people who are primarily attracted to intelligence rather than other factors like physical appearance or personality. You know what I'm saying? It says a sapiosexual is someone who is, the signs of one, right? Finding someone attractive after reading something they wrote. So some of you guys could be teachers within yourself, professors, or you on some type of platform that educates people, right? And it's like when people see that you are in this state of just having a great intellect, like it really does something to people. You know what I'm saying? For lovers, it turns this person on. They like, damn, you smart as hell. What else you got to teach me? Okay, like what else you got? What else you got up your sleeve? What else is it? Lay it on me. Somebody likes that. Somebody likes that somebody is smart. Somebody is always factual. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what y'all doing or whatever. You have a piece of knowledge or something to contribute. Okay, I feel like you play a very important factor here. It also says like getting turned on by listening to TED Talks. Like, you ever felt something like really just hit your spirit and you were just like, yes, like that is exactly what I needed to hear. That is exactly what I needed to read. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I needed to see, right? It says someone's point of view matters more than you think their appearance, right? And you guys, I feel like, are typically people who like probably hate small talk, right? You are a very deep individual. You like having those deep conversations. You want to know, you know what I'm saying? You want to know those inner parts of people. Why people are the way that they are. Right? So you ask questions. You could have always been that kid in the classroom that always rose your hand. Right? Like if you didn't know what was going on, then you rose your hand to ask about it, right? The reason why I put classes in session on the tab with the shush emoji is because like sometimes you learn more when you're quiet, right? Or I feel like if you were that kid always rose your hand, it's like people would much have rather you just been quiet or just sit there and just not know, like, I feel like this is equivalent. That's funny. I feel like this is equivalent to someone like, how you have like work meetings or something. And because I can contest to this, I'd be like, man, I'm trying to go. People still got questions. Like, I got places to be. You know what I'm saying? But like, say if you were like in a meeting or something and it's like, any more questions? Like, people keep raising their hand. Like, you could be that type of person that like, you just want clarity on whatever it is that you were unsure of. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. Now, also to last download before we get into the spread, it made me think, because teachers, listen, each one teach one. When you teach someone something, it sticks with them. It sticks with them, right? I remember I had this high school teacher, and he's still like a father figure to me to this day. Like, even with just like within the past 4 years of some of the traumatic shit that has happened, like he has been such a key factor. And I feel like, God puts people in your life in whichever way it may reach you. You know what I'm saying? It may be that teacher that really get to you and really talk to you and really see you for who you are, and really take you under their wing. That makes a difference more so than maybe a family member or a close friend or your own relative. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many avenues in which God can reach you as far as relaying a message to you. The whole objective is for the message to get to you. That's the whole objective. Okay? So it made me think of that movie Lean on Me, right? And I'm like, damn, I ain't seen this movie in a long time. But his name was Mr. Clark, Joe Clark. This film was back in 1989, right? And it was inspired by the life of Joe Clark, who was a former high school principal at Paterson, New Jersey. Okay, so New Jersey or New York could be significant here. Okay. Clark was known for his uncompromising disciplinary methods, which included expelling 300 students in one day for fighting, vandalism, drug possession, and abusing teachers. Okay? Clark was devoted to his students and raised the school standards. He believed that students could either strike out or hit a home run. It's all in how you want to play this game of life. You know what I'm saying? Clark carried a wooden baseball bat through the halls of the school to symbolize the potential of okay? He often roamed the halls with bullhorns and so forth, for y'all that are familiar with the movie Lean on Me. If not, take the time out to look at it. You might like it. Okay? But Clark's experiences were depicted in this film starring Morgan Freeman. He also wrote a book called Laying Down the Law, Joe Clark's Strategy for Saving Our Schools. Lean on Me was inspired by the childhood of Bill Withers, right? who wrote the song after moving to Los Angeles and missing the community ethic of his hometown in West Virginia. So West Virginia can be significant as well, right? And just recently, it's so funny that like all this teaching energy is coming in, because yesterday I was just looking at one of my old classmates, and she's a teacher as well, and I was laughing, but it was like it was given female Mr. Clark, because she cares so much about her students. And it was like, well, you know, there are consequences. This how Mr. Clark in the movie expelled all them 300 kids. It wasn't for nothing. It wasn't because they were in class, in their seats on time with their supplies ready to learn. No, it's because the kids was bullshitting. And Mr. Clark was like, you ain't about to, listen, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. And it's making me think of that one scene before I say what my friend did. It's making me think of that one scene of Mr. Clark and that dude on the little boy on the roof. And he was like, you smoke crack, don't you? He was like, no, Mr. Clark, no, Mr. Clark. He was like, it's your brain cell. He's like, go ahead, jump. He was like, I don't want to jump, Mr. Clark. I don't want to jump. But that was equivalent to like, whatever it is that you're doing, that's where you're leading yourself to. So you might as well just do the shit now and get it over with. If that's the direction you want to go in, you already know the end result. So you might as well do it now. Save everybody, you know what I'm saying? The time and all of that. But that was his way. That was Mr. Clark's way of, even though the example was to the extreme, I'm pretty sure if that was like a real life situation, like that moment will be memorable. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys may have had memorable moments with certain type of teachers in your lifetime that has inspired you to, in some way, like, damn, it said reconnect. I don't even know where. Hopefully y'all heard me, but talking about my friend. But her rule in her classroom was, if you did not do your homework, then you had to stand. Because you had all the time last night to sit down to do your homework, and you chose to come to the classroom without it, right? So it's a lot of teachable moments going on here, collective, and some of them have consequences. I feel like a lot of you guys could be teaching people lessons, and you could be learning as well, okay? Let me see, what card was that came out? Yeah, growth. When you know better, you do better, right? And as you do better, you grow. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Yeah, a lot of you guys could be like going back to school or thinking about going back to school. Okay? Getting a degree, a certification. And in life, you know what I'm saying, collective, you always want to remain teachable. It's like we don't all know the answers of everything. We may think that we do because we were confined to live within a certain and it's making me think of and a lot of it has to do with your upbringings. It's making me think of when I went on this job interview for this fashion, to be a fashion instructor. And I spoke on this in one of my reads a while ago. I can't remember which one at the moment. But I remember the interviewer saying, like, you know, don't be alarmed, because it was a lot of white kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how the interviewer, this is why I was just like, yeah, this ain't the job for me. Just seeing how his mentality was. But he was just basically like, yeah, he didn't basically, but this is what he did say. He was like, these are, you know, like kids who have, you know, these white kids are pretty much have like rich parents who just put them in stuff to stay busy, basically. So I didn't see any like little kids of color in there. And I was like, okay. I was just peeping the scene. And he told me, he was like, don't be alarmed. He was like, you know, like, because some of these kids have not been around black people, they may stare at you. I said, wow. Wow. Because when you stay so confined to a certain area or space in your life, and you are not opening up your horizon to knowing that there are different things out there, It's almost like you're holding yourself hostage to what the world is about. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look around, and it's like when I was young, I've always been so curious of just like, you know, life within itself, looking beyond just like what is surface level, how things function, how things are just so energetic. You know, when you open up your horizon to see how that is effective. And it's so crazy because I was just seeing something on Instagram, y'all, and it was saying like how eventually sound is going to start to be a sense of healing. And I'm just like, child, that's been a thing. That's been a thing. Because I'm someone who's like struggles with depression and anxiety, y'all. Like I listen to soundscapes when I go to sleep at night. And it's so soothing. I'm able to calm my mind. I'm able to sleep calmly. Maybe that's something, you know, listen, for if you guys, each one teach one, if any of y'all are struggling with depression or anxiety or just having those racing type of thoughts, definitely listen to some soundscapes, different type of hertz. You know what I'm saying? Frequencies. Ooh, some of y'all should listen to that Janae Aiko song, Frequency. She be like, frequency, frequency. Yep, discipline. Okay, it says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Yeah, a lot of y'all are going back to school. Okay? Somebody is, I'm seeing like a lot of studying going on. Getting better understandings on how to accomplish certain things. I don't know, I'm hearing like hair growth, I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I'm hearing like hair growth recipes or something, like staying disciplined to like clipping your ends or trimming your hair, giving it the proper nutrients and whatnot. And my mom was just on me too. She was like, when you wet your hair, put some conditioner in because it is kind of dry because my hair is colored. Okay. But y'all are like really sticking to the gun here when it comes to like what it takes for you to grow in a certain type of direction. And I'm proud of you, collective. I'm proud of you. You know, and with discipline, it becomes, you establish standards. You know what I'm saying? Boundaries. You're like, okay, no, I'm not able to do this because I have to do this in order to obtain this. So a lot of y'all could be just like cutting out a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, blame, because it's like I feel like you know what's the cause of something. It says I accept responsibility for my well-being. You know what I'm saying? Like this is somebody who, like, say you have like, if you have like a liver problem or something, right? And you're like, man, like I need to stop drinking. I gotta stop drinking. I have to really discipline myself if I really want to grow or grow old or, you know, continue to grow in life. Like I know that this is something that, you know, some of you guys are coming to the realization as to what something is that is causing something to not go right or in the direction in which it should go in. Okay, yeah, honesty. Y'all being real with yourself here. Y'all like, listen, I know what this is. There's nobody to blame, you know, but me or what have you. It says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Okay? I feel like a boundary was definitely established here. It's giving that energy of like, maybe like a teacher, right? Since we're talking about teacher, you can put this in the aspect of anything pertaining to your life though, but I'm going to put it in the form as a teacher, right? So the whole objective of this teacher, right, is growth, right? Wanting people around them or being around a certain type of group in order to cause some type of elevation, right? Some type of uplifting here. And it's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Because there are certain things that you have to do in order to obtain this growth. But blame here, I feel like somebody may have lacked discipline. This is like the teacher saying, hey, come to my class, just make sure you do your homework. participate, and you'll pass. Somebody didn't have the discipline to do that. Kept waking up late, kept doing this or whatever. So then when they fail, or when the plan failed, when something did not go their way, then they blame the teacher. Well, the teacher does not like me. It's all these things instead of, oh, somebody do not know how to take accountability, child. All of these things. And then, like, this is the person that you could have learned from. This is the person that you could have asked any type of questions. They would have tried and help you. They would have, this is somebody who wants to try and put, I feel like y'all are this energy. Y'all want to, you try to like put people in better situations. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got that energy of like, I got my degree. You know how teachers would be like, I'll wait. Y'all want to talk? Y'all want to do all of this? Y'all want to do all of that? All right. I already got my degree. I already got mine. Y'all here to learn from me so y'all can get yours. And you going against the one person that could help put you in that position? Hey D, hey Vixen Love. And you just being honest. You like, listen. Some of y'all is like, just like with Mr. Clark from Lean On Me, right? It's tough love. Mr. Clark wasn't just, he wasn't just being mean. It was tough love because he's seen so much of potential in some of them kids. He was going to them kids' houses to see how they live and talk to their parents and being like, yo, this is what's going on. Why don't you care? Just like with my friend, speaking to the child's mother, it's just like, it starts at home. It starts home. And I feel like whoever here is like, who has this energy of not taking accountability, this has been probably something that they have seen growing up in their household. So this like victim mentality is something that I feel like somebody may have been used to playing here. Always playing the blame game. Like it's everybody else but them. You can't do no wrong, but it's them. But it's like, let's be honest though. Let's be honest. Okay. Ooh, child. Okay, give me two more. Damn, honesty came right back out in love. Tough love, I'm telling you. Tough love. Somebody is too prideful here. Somebody is too prideful to raise their hand and tell the teacher that they don't know what's going on. In denial. But be in denial when certain things pan out the way that it do. Okay, it says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Again, this is somebody who, it's hard for this type of person or these type of people to be teachable. Because they already got their mind made up. They're in denial. They're like, no, I know what it is. I know. With discipline, they feel as though whatever structure that they have followed has worked for them. So that is something that should work for everybody else. But what people don't understand is we're all our own individual selves. So what works for you in the manner in which you do it may not work for the other person in the manner in which they do it. But as long as it leads them to that positive outcome, did it really matter in the way in which they got there? You know what I'm saying? Love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. This is somebody I feel like who is very judgmental. Very judgmental. But you operate in love. It's like, you know what? Like, you see the good in everything. It's like, okay, well, shit. If that's the way you choose to go, if it leads you there, then hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. But I feel like you're not afraid to be honest with anyone if you do see that they are going down a wrong route. And sometimes, like, people don't like to be checked on their shit. People do not like to be checked on their shit because, again, sometimes people feel as though they know everything. And it's like, but you don't. We all don't. Shit. We don't know everything. We constantly are finding things out on a daily basis. Okay? But with the knowledge that we do know, that we do acquire when it comes to different subject, places, people, or things, you know what I'm saying? It's something, that should be has some type of light on it. especially if it's in the form of, again, uplifting a certain type of community. Ooh, that all that glitter card wanted to come out. Ooh, look at that, collecting milk and honey. Okay, shit is finna get sweet for you. And you know, when you see rainbows, it's always after rain, right? So you guys could have been through a storm season. You know, a lot of, again, you could have been dealing with depression. You could have been dealing with anxiety, like grief, or whatever the case may be, feeling like the world is against you. You know what I'm saying? But it's making me think even too with like the lean on me, just even in the instinct of that expression, right? You want, during that period of time of when you're going through your storm, you want to have people in your life that is going to give you, it's going to give you tough love, but also be that same person that is going to be of offense for you. You know what I'm saying? You know how we always say, oh, you know, just be offense. Sometimes that comes in the forms of people, places, or things. Mending. Okay, so you got a lot of people, and co-create is out here. You're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna want to come back into your life. Okay, mend certain situations that may have happened. When I see this 52, it instantly made me think of the 7 of Swords. Like, somebody may have been doing something behind the scenes, never thinking that they never was going to get caught. Okay. But it's like, this is somebody that's coming in after the storm, right? When the milk and honey is here, now this is the energy that's coming in. Oh, how you been? I ain't talked to you in a long time. I see you on the up and up. It's like, yeah, but where were you on the down and down? I'm hearing down, 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 down. Down, down, down. Looking for something that's nice round and round. I told you don't chase it. Chase it. Chase it. I'll be a million. That's too familiar. Oh, that's sugar free. Yep. Relax your back and then, baby, I'm a crack. Okay, co-create. This, some of you guys, you may have some of you guys may have a rainbow baby. Oh my God. Are you going to be mending? You're going to be connecting with someone that wants to co-create with you after you may have lost a child with someone else. I'm hearing this is like that one healthy relationship after the toxic one. Because love is out here. You're going to have a lot of people collected that's going to want to come and work with you too. Especially with co-create. Because like, you see this owl here? You're a very wise person. Like I said, like, people can learn from you. They can, you're a very, whatever it is that you teach or however it is that you communicate, it is absorbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to you, like, people are like a sponge. They soak everything in that it is that you say, because I feel like it's something that resonates with people. It's something that, like, you know, touches them on a certain basis. And this is why I feel like this mending energy is here, because it's like you have people that want to come back into your life because you may be in this energy. Okay, look at you, because you're on some type of pedestal. You have such a poised way of doing something to where, like, I feel like it does not feel forced. It does not feel like you should do this or you should do that. It's like you just naturally be you. You put yourself. This is like that kid in the classroom that knows, like, the teacher is like, does anybody want to come and do the problem on the board? And then here you go, you raise your hand. And then I'm telling you, you got people in your life that's like, why does they always raise their hand? Because you know what the fuck is going on. You know what you're talking about. You know how to do what it's because you allowed yourself to soak up the information that the teacher was trying to relay to you. and you applied it. And because you applied it, you know it now. But I'm telling you, you got people who are so stuck and if they feel too good. This is like, and this, I feel like you are really like calling people's bluff right now. This is like it's your turn to read. You know how you have to popcorn read? It's making me think of that meme with Shaq in that book. If you know, you know, right? But it's making me think of that when it was like when you popcorn reading and you popcorn to somebody who don't know how to read, right? Because it's like, oh, okay, you wanted to pop your shit on me, but when I call you out for you to read, you don't know how. You don't know how. Some of y'all, somebody must have had that energy towards you, and they must have thought that you didn't know how to read. Oh, but baby, when they called you out and you caught them on your bullshit, you read and you shocked everybody. It was just like, what the fuck? This motherfucker is so quiet. Like, we didn't know they knew how to talk, or we didn't know that they knew how to fucking read. And it's like, yeah, I'm hearing like people underestimated you because you may have always been quiet. They may have always took you as somebody who like did not know much, but in all actuality, you knew a lot. You knew a lot. Okay, with turn here, it says party animal, sex, drug, and alcohol, indulging in surface level pleasures. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's way much more to life than, I'm hearing party and bullshit and party and bullshit. It's so much more to life than just, trying to stay in the it crowd. You know what I'm saying? It's so much more to life than just sex, drugs, and alcohol and surface level shit. Like when you really step away from certain type of things and you wondering like, damn, why am I having this anxiety? Why am I going through this type of depression? Yeah, keeping it 100. Let's keep it 100 because he did come out here, okay, and cock blocking. It says why I can't talk. Inaccessible, third-party interference, failed sex attempts. Some of y'all are really getting real with yourselves on the real. Whereas some of y'all must have been indulged in that sex, drugs, and just living that type of lifestyle. It's like you putting a lock on it. This is you putting a value on yourself. This is like, yeah, all the other stuff, that discipline. Hello. Somebody here is cutting out all that bullshit and just want to expand their consciousness to deeper things. And and that could be a scary thing sometimes, collective, because like when you take away the weed, the drink, the sex, and all of that, you're left with what is really going on with you. You know what I'm saying? You're not using certain vices to fill certain type of voids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really get to be like, well, what is that about? I know when I used to feel like this, I used to run to this, and that helped with it. But like now that I'm being disciplined, I'm not running to that. Now I have no choice but to face that. Now you have to learn certain aspects about yourself that you kind of may have wrote off about you. And I know it's uncomfortable, trust me. Even I remember when I was going through getting out of a long-term relationship and like just really taking accountability on my end. I remember being in my car and I was talking to myself, y'all. And when you talk to yourself out loud, it hit way different than it being in your mind, because like you just really get to hear yourself. Again, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. When you know you, when you was like, all right, yeah, I take accountability for that. All right. You know what I'm saying? Even with me being here, enlightening you guys about certain things. On certain topics that I talk about, oh, Spirit be making me talk about certain shit to get on my ass too. I ain't excluded. I ain't excluded. In my mind, I be like, understood. Understood. And then sometimes it be that information that we don't want to necessarily hear, but it's truthful. Okay? It's truthful. So somebody here is just like keeping it 100. They know, like, this is somebody who wants to be transparent. You know, don't want to just keep blaming everything else for the problems that keep accumulating in their life. That's how you know you reached a level of growth, because even when motherfuckers do you wrong, you can still look at the aspect of like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I did allow myself to get that comfortable with them. I did see the red flags and I chose to ignore them. I did see the way that this person did this and I bypassed it. That's when you grow. You take accountability. It's like, oh no, this person did this to me and this person did that or whatever. And yeah, they may have. But the part that you played in it is like those red flags that we seen prior that led up to that point. Okay, and with discipline, like, again, when you know better, you just do better. But there's some people here with denial. They will never admit that as far as the part that they played. Somebody's car could have got towed away. I'm looking at this tow sign. Somebody's name could be Mark. Okay. What else? Tiptoeing. Every time I see this car, make me think of that Nicki song. She be like, high heels on my tippies. It says acting shady, sneaking around, avoiding getting caught. Okay. I'm telling you. This is somebody, it does not matter, because time will always tell. With people that act shady, it's only so much that you can keep tiptoeing around a situation until the tip of your toes start bleeding. Because you can't continue to just walk in life on your tippy toes. Somebody's like, this is like, say for instance, this is somebody who always comes late to the class, right? Always comes late. You take attendance. You see who's there. But then again, you see somebody who comes at the last minute. Like I said, this mending energy with the rainbow milk and honey, this is somebody that comes after the storm. After you done already took attendance to see who was already in your class, who's already in your group. This like that person sneaking in mid-class. Yeah, they snuck in. They didn't get accounted for because they wasn't there to get accounted for. They done missed half of the class session. So then when the test comes and you don't know what's going on, not only did they come late, they did not raise their hand to ask questions. They did not care. They knew that eventually a test was going to come on something, and they lacked accountability as far as whatever that was to prepare themselves. And then somebody was like, well, my attendance is, I was there, but she didn't count me in. But what was the ground rules? You didn't come on time. It's somebody like that has that type of energy in whichever way, shape, or form it comes in. Okay? Ciao. When it's just so simple, it's discipline. It's like, if you know that you have to wake up at a certain time and do something, then you have to wake up at a certain time and do that. Because you know what the end result is as far as what is he trying to do. Or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Yep, petty. This is so childish with whoever this person is. Immature, small-minded, insignificant drama. And when somebody does not want to learn either about anything else or even about their damn self, this is when people get petty, because like something in which someone was trying to cheat someone got under someone's skin. and now someone is being petty. Again, this is like this is like that person coming in halfway through the classroom and then want to be in the classroom and have the audacity to be joking and laughing and doing all the shit they wasn't supposed to, and they didn't even come on time. And this is like the teacher calling them out and be like, all right, so how you do this? Hey, you in the back, come up here and do this problem. Y'all being real petty with people. But I feel like it's in a way of teaching them a lesson. It's like you thought that you knew. You thought you was going to come into my classroom and do this and that. All right, come up here. You know everything? Come on. Mr. Know-It-All, come up here. Come up here and do this problem. Oh, you don't know how to do it? Well, what I showed how to do the problem. Were you not in class? The teacher already know what the fuck is up. Because the teacher been teaching and already got her degree. Or his degree. I feel like you guys are very well aware of your surroundings. So it's like, again, it's giving that energy of like, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Okay? And it's still love, though. It's I feel like that's why it's done in the way it is. It's such a, it's in a loving way, but again, it is, somebody just does not like the lesson being taught. This is like taking a class that you don't want to take, but you know you got to take it in order to pass. But my thing is, too, like, we all have a choice. You don't have to take this class if you don't want to. You know, maybe in high school and stuff, when you have to get that high school diploma. But, you know, now that we grown and you go to college, you know what I'm saying? You pick the classes that you want to take to further your education. And that just goes to show, too, in the sense of, like, people pleasing, right? You may have grew up always going based off of the norm. You know what I'm saying? To please your family, to please your friends, to please that relationship, or whatever the case may be. You may always been overgiving. Doing anything and everything for everyone else. And now I feel like your energy is like, you can come to my class or not. I still get paid. I'm still going to teach the lesson to those who want to learn. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to stop at the high school diploma, that's your prerogative. But there is higher learning that will put you in better positions. There is a different mindset or different perspectives that will have you thinking outside of the box that you think in. There is. Just because you're not aware of it does not mean that it is not there, or it's you. What is that expression they say? You lack what you don't know, or something like that. Because ignorance really is bliss. Okay, viral. A lot of you guys, I'm telling you, some of you guys can be public speakers. You could do like TED Talks. Shit, you could have a YouTube channel like me, okay? It says going around quickly, gaining popularity. And then this is the thing, though. I feel like you're going to gain a lot of liking from people. Like, whereas I feel like the shoe is going to be on the other foot here. Like, you got people that may have blamed you for certain things, or that were in denial who you are, or that are tiptoeing around you, because at one point, again, you used to people please these people. You used to like kind of try and prove yourself. But as much as you have grown, I feel like with discipline, you know exactly what you're here to do, and you're not about to sit here and try and prove anything to anyone. So the people that I feel like did not think that you were going to grow to this the place that you're in now, those are the people that's tiptoeing around you. Hey, Slay, happy Sunday. These are the people that tiptoeing around you because they were so used to you having your hand out. Now that you don't got your hand out, these people are like, well, why doesn't Collective have their hand out? They must know that I did something behind the scenes. Like, earlier I was getting that Seven of Swords energy. Remember? That sneaky, deceitful, lying energy. So because you're not so quick to be so the teacher in people's lives, that's the energy of like, oh, the teacher don't like me. No. It's not that the teacher don't like you. You did something that caused the teacher to discipline you. So, look at that, frenemy. This is definitely a friend energy that acts like this. Very petty, very immature, because you're no longer giving to this person. Now they want to blame you. They are, again, avoiding accountability. Somebody just don't like the truth. People don't like the truth. They like to blame it on everything else but the truth. It ain't the fact that the teacher don't like you. Look at that, throwing shade. But this is exactly what that friend of me was doing, throwing mad shade at you. Mad shade. Then they probably got other motherfuckers tiptoeing around you because they was affiliated. That shit crazy. Because here, it's like you got people want to come back and rock with you. But this was the main one throwing shade. Very criticizing, disrespect, judgmental. And you are somebody here that, what does love say? I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even if it's not in the manner in which you would do it, you look at the aspect of like, okay, well, where are they getting at? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. But you got some people that would depict whatever it is that you were doing and be so judgmental towards it. And it's just like, you need to grow mentally, because it's a lot of immaturity here. This is like, it's a lot of grown motherfuckers that still have childish mentalities. And unfortunately, like, if they don't want to take themselves out of the box that they have grown up to be in, then it's not your job to try and teach them. Like, they can sit in your class all day and you can talk and talk and talk. But if they don't want to learn the lesson, they will never learn the lesson. They will never learn it. But it's crazy because people will still show up to the goddamn classroom to show you that they don't want to learn your lesson. If you know, that's why when Mr. Clark was like, you smoke crack, don't you? No, it's your brain cells. Go ahead, jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be in the classroom, that's so funny. It's making me think of Wildin' Out, because I recently just went. My niece took me and my sisters to Wildin' Out, and y'all was so fun. Soulja Boy, YG, Keisha Cole was there. Like, we had a ball. But Wildin' Out, they have that segment in the classroom. In the classroom. In the classroom. And the whole objective is to keep the flow going. And if you mess up, kick him out the classroom. Kick him out the classroom. You got to get on. And whoever followed the rules enough and practiced the skill enough was able to stay in the classroom. Okay, yeah. You a whole vibe out here, Collective. People like coming to your classroom. People like learning from you. Okay, it says, sensing something, unexplainable feeling, listening to intuition. It's like you give people a sense of like listening to their inner selves. Like, that's the vibe that you bring, because it's all out of love. It's like, hey, you could do this. You could not. You know what I'm saying? But this is going to, whichever route you choose to go in, it's going to lead to this or it's going to lead to that. Or it has a possibility of leading to this or leading to that. Yeah, collective, you have good vibes. It's very unexplainable. Like, some people cannot put their finger on it. I feel like your vibe has definitely changed as well, because especially coming from this people-pleasing energy. And just people are just not used to you operating like this. People are so not used to you, like, trying to invite yourself to places that you're not invited to. It's like, well, shit, if I didn't get invited, I didn't get invited. If I you know, like, because it's like that energy of, like, you can't sit with us. Like, well, motherfucker, I didn't want to sit with y'all anyways. It's giving that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a teacher coming up to a student and being like, yeah, like, you're not even worried about their class. And the teacher is trying to come up to a random student and be like, yeah, you can't take my class. The student is like, well, I didn't even know you was a teacher. I didn't even know you had a class. And now that you coming at me like this, I really don't want to take your class. Good. I don't know. It's something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will try and make, and that's what you have to understand too. Like, when you are on any type of platform to teach something, you have to just allow people to gravitate towards you naturally. You know what I'm saying? When it becomes forcive, it's like, are you really doing this from the aspect of wanting to help people, or are you trying to just prove a point here? And the fact that you can teach. Okay? Imposter came out. It says fraud, stolen identity, faking it. Okay? Oh, Lord. When people don't want to grow, they have a tendency of trying to make people who have grown make it seem as though that's not who they are. Okay? Adulting, but you grow the hell up. When you start to focus your mind on things that help you elevate as an adult, those to-do lists and things like that, you change. You become more disciplined. A lot of you guys are writing things down. Okay? Laid up. It is cuddle season. Hello. Intimate moments, escaping the world together. For that lover here, for that lover that's like leaving, that's you have somebody in the love aspect that, like, they really want to work with you. They want to learn from you. I keep hearing that Musiq Soulchild song, teach me how to love, show me the way to surrender my heart, girl, I'm so lost, teach me how to love. It's like, somebody here has a lover that is really helping see things differently. You know, in the intimate moments that they have. Maybe this is somebody who is not used to, like, really being laid up with somebody and chilling and vibing and having those deep conversations and stuff like that. Like, you know, because this is somebody who was used to the turn up life. Like, you really do bring a vibe that makes this person feel something that is unexplainable. It's like, damn, like, this really is what? This is, it's love. Love. Is this love? The more this person chill with you and hang with you, they like, damn, like, I really love this person, because not everybody brings that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Comfortable silence. Y'all sitting there, y'all talking, and they be like, yeah, babe, listen, let me tell you about what I learned today. And you just going a whole spiel about some new stuff, and you teaching this person too. It's like, it's that type of energy. And I feel like because you bring this certain type of vibe to this person, like, when it comes to third party energy and all that stuff, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to risk what I have for a moment of pleasure. So this is that type of person that you're dealing with, collective. Like, they love you. But listen, for those frenemies, you definitely putting somebody on blast here. This can be you telling your story. This can be you, like, just really speaking on, like, how much you have grown. The things with discipline, the things that you had to do to accomplish certain things in life. This is like you speaking your truth. And a teacher can only teach based off what? Experience. If a teacher ain't never been taught anything, how are you going to be able to teach anyone else something? How? Would you want to learn from somebody who ain't never been through that shit? How valid is that information? Is it just from what they Googled or heard, or did those people or that person actually go through the hands-on experience or the learning experience, or, you know, even just a studying experience? They're like going on a deeper voyage. How valuable is it? Okay, so it says outing personal information, being called out, public humiliation. So this is that petty energy, okay? Because somebody got called to the front of the class because they were in the wrong and the teacher was proving a point, okay? Now this person wants to intentionally do something to the teacher to make them feel hurt or embarrassed or something like that. Because again, they don't know how to take accountability. So hurt people hurt people. Because they feelings is hurt because you done did something that struck a nerve with a motherfucker and pulled a cord. Oh, hold on. I got a like little message on my. There we go. Because, you know, it's making me think of when Kendrick was like, finally struck a chord, and it's probably A minor. Somebody initial could be A. But listen, you know, Drake and fucking Kendrick, they beef. Oh my God. As of recently, Drake done bought out, and it's just pettiness, right? Again, pettiness. Drake done bought out the whole front, lower seating of Kendrick's, well, allegedly. I don't know these people's life. And I didn't do the facts to look. But that's just what was seen, right? Apparently, he, the lower level tickets of Kendrick's concert in Toronto. And I was looking at the comments, and it was, people were like, basically, you just put all that money in his pockets. Either way it goes. Either way it goes. You basically put that money in his pocket. Trying to be petty, it actually, however somebody here is trying to be petty with you, it is actually working out in your favor. So if this is somebody that like tried to out you virally or whatever the case may be, put your business out on front street, it's actually going to help work out in your favor. Like, people, it's going to actually cause people to like you. So what they thought that they was doing only actually ended up helping you. You see how God works? You know what I'm saying? He will have your enemies working for you. He will have your enemies working for you. Oh, you want to blast collective? Okay. Not knowing, it's God gonna put it in a way to where your pocket's gonna get lined. Okay? off the backs of whoever was trying to do you wrong. It's cuffing season. Somebody want to be laid up with you for real. Like, you bring that vibe of like from you, but they can really like chill with you. You know, like you may put this person on to like documentaries or movies, or they can be a movie head, or it's just something that bounces back off of one another, right? And that's the thing, because I'm like, man, like the next person that I decide to, a hummingbird, that can be significant. But like the next person that I feel like I would want to be with is somebody that I can learn from. Like, I'm tired of like always like sometimes I like to be quiet too. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I like to be, to be the sponge, to soak up and just learn something from who it is that I'm with. And I feel like that's such a great feeling when you can. You know what I'm saying? Because I've come across men like who were very like intellectual, and I could just hear them talk for hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cuffing season, y'all. It says single and ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. All right. So yeah, this is the reason why this person is shifting their energy. I don't know who this person is in your life, but is a growth. I'm hearing like a growth spur. Mentally though. Because with discipline, it says I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So mental, mind is making me think of the sword suits. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay. But I feel like this was somebody who was just like, I'm just going to stick to this type of lifestyle. I'm going to be straight or whatever. And then here you come and you got this person putting the padlock on that thing, on that twang, like, I got something better at home. And that's the thing though, because like, listen, we teach people how to treat us based off of what we allow them to do to us. And I mean, come on. If you want to teach somebody how to respect you and it's the ways in which that they were disrespecting you is the ways in which you take yourself out of the equation. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you want to be loved a certain type of way and you're around a person, place, thing, family, friend, whatever, in which you don't feel like you're being loved, then take yourself out of the equation. And some people may think it's petty, but because they may want you to, again, people please, go above and beyond for you to get this from them, to get a certain type of love from them. But, with discipline, I feel like it's like you don't want to act this way towards these people. It's kind of like you have to in order to obtain whatever it is that you're trying to get. It ain't personal. It's vibrational. Okay? If somebody ain't growing on the same type of frequency as you, then it's like, what we doing? What we doing? If you don't want to learn how to go about something differently, if that's where you want to cut your access of knowledge at, then so be it. But you can't expect for people to stick around just because that's what you established for yourself. Okay? So when people see that you don't want to stay at the cap in which their knowledge extends at, then people get petty. You know what I'm saying? Because people may feel as though at that point, like, you think you better than us. And it's like, no, you can be better than who you were yesterday, how you thought yesterday, how you was yesterday. You are what you are choosing to continue to happen. Okay, what is this? Mind games. It says manipulation, gaslighting, scare tactics. Collective. Listen. When people refuse to grow and they don't want to take accountability because blame is here, they will be petty in the aspect of trying to play mind games onto other people around you, okay? Because you took yourself out of the equation. They want to play on the minds of other people, so it can look like how they want it to. Whereas, like, you were so over giving to these people, and it's just simply the fact that you are not. This is like that kid in the classroom when it's time to graduate. You've been telling this person all year, hey, you've been letting them slide. You've been giving extra credit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even want to get the extra credit. It's like, well, shit, I done did all I can do, and I offered all I can offer. Because I feel like you even gave a grace. You know how teachers, I remember back in school, like, if we didn't do those assignments, they'll just make up some extra credits for us to turn in, and that can go towards the grade to help our grade. But it's like you gave people that extra credit, and they still didn't do it to try and improve their grade. So now that it comes to graduation, you knew all year at the end of this term, graduation was going to happen. You knew that. That wasn't just made up a month before. You knew that there were certain things that you had to do in order to graduate. So at the last minute, this is somebody like, well, let me do some extra credit, and it's like you had the time for that. And I feel like that's the lesson that a lot of people are learning when it comes to you. Where people had time to do something, they didn't. They waited to the last minute. And now this is somebody that's like, because they wasn't able to graduate, oh, they hate that school. I hate that school. I wouldn't go to that school. They teachers don't care about their kids and all this stuff. And it's like, do they not care, or was it just the fact that you was not able to graduate from there because you did not show up on time, you didn't turn in your assignments, and you didn't do that? Like, people, they always want to, child, people be leaving out the part they played in situations that caused them, and it's like, it's a lot of stubbornness here, right? People that don't like to be taught lessons. And because they don't like to be taught lessons, when you teach them one, then they want to try and teach you one. It's like, well, somebody here is like trying to teach a lesson out of spite, and I feel like you're trying to teach a lesson out of love. A hit dog gonna holler, right? Hello. Well, I feel my brother energy. I gotta go pull up to the cemetery and go smoke a blazy with him. Okay, rest in peace his soul. With Penny Pension here, y'all, you know, however these people were trying to, this could be an aspect of business, right? When you think of money, it made me think of business. Some people could have been drawing up certain type of connotations about you, to prevent you from getting certain type of business not ideas, or business collaborations, blaming you for certain things. But listen, your character is always going to outweigh however somebody tries to paint you. Always. And that's that imposter syndrome, because, like, this person don't even want to be themselves. The stolen identity, this person tries to be you. This person want to walk in your shoes better than you walk in them. And then when they see that they are not able to walk a mile in your shoes, it's a humbling experience for this person. But they like, oh, they see that they can't walk a mile in your shoes, and they get petty about it. Well, let me put something in their shoes to where they ain't gonna ever be able to walk a mile again. Be for real. Okay, I miss you. I'm looking at this in the reverse, but it says yearning, missing someone, reminiscing. You do have a lot of people that miss you, but I feel like you don't miss them. You like, I am not missing shit. I'm not learning in this situation. I'm not growing. Like, what is there to miss? It's making me think of this clip I seen on Instagram. What's that dude that's on the conversation panelist? What is his name? With the Crew Show. Him. He was basically saying, like, when somebody says, like, I miss you, and you like, well, shit, I can't say it back, basically, because it's like, what did you give me to miss? A headache? Drama? Pain? Do you think I really missed that? Hell no. But you got a lot of people that want to mend things with you because they miss you. Why? Because you brought love, you brought togetherness, you brought friendship. You wasn't on no frenemy type shit. You brought the vibes to the turn up. You brought the vibes to the turn up. Hey, Tainted. Tainted said, and don't. I'm hearing that song. I'm sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. All the feels, okay? A lot of people are feeling it right now. Deep love, soul connection, feel at home. And that's the energy that you give to people. You give off that kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Kicking it, just kicking it. Just kicking it. That's so funny. But you make people feel at home. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny that I'm hearing this song. If my brother is watching. Yeah, my brother. It is so funny because I'm telling you, like, you got staple people in your life that, like, just make a difference. You know? It's making me think of this. My brother... I remember he had this one ringtone for the whole year. And I was like, why? He was like, I only do one ringtone a year. And I was like, why? But he had this one song. I don't even know why I'm hearing it. It was like, tighten up on that backstroke. That could be significant. I don't know. But listen, at the bottom of the deck, it says fed up. Okay? Over it. Not having it, frustrated. Whatever somebody was being petty about, it did not work. It did not work. It actually ended up backfiring in this person's face. And that's why they fed up, because they don't want to hear about it. Maybe it's a lot of people that's like, yeah, I really like Collective's class. I really fuck with Collective class. I'm thinking about going to Collective's class and signing up. And this person is these people, whoever this is, they're so irritated at the fact that people still like your class. Yeah, they're confused. They're like, what? I thought I did everything that I was going to do to prevent these people from coming to this person's class. This is like those PETA people or something that picket fence in front of like meat factories and shit like that. It's like that type of energy. It's like if you lived your life and just knew that there were people in this world that actually fucking enjoy meat, you wouldn't be so fucking bothered. You know what I'm saying? In life, there are certain things that we cannot control. And that's the actions of other people. But when you spend so much time and energy to try and change people's opinions, to try and make them feel some type of way, to antagonize them, to be rude or just totally shun the fact that they like what they like, you look stupid. For real. Let them people eat meat in peace. And you live your life in peace. But trying to forcibly change the opinion of what somebody believes in or wants to do, it falls on deaf ears. When people have their mind made up, and that goes both ways. Right? So somebody here is confused. It says calmly analyze, clarify your thoughts, right? Again, somebody must have been like whatever somebody put out to be about you, collective, does not add up. And it's confusing somebody because they're like, well, this is what was said or this is what was done or whatever. But like calmly analyze. It's like you have, like, again, you have such a calming type of energy. I hear. So that's very confusing as to however somebody may have portrayed you to be. Oh, I gotta make me some tea, y'all. I was so, my nose was running. I was up early, coughing and hacking and coughing. Y'all know that. That's so funny. Hold on. Y'all know that's internet. He's a comedian, but Miss Renee, he be like, all right, class. None of that talking. He was like, all that talking and yapping and talking. He'd be like, my class. He's so funny though, like. And that's just like how my English teacher was from high school. Like, he cared about us for real. He cared about us, but if he needed to get in our ass, he would. Pause. If he needed to, he would. You know what I'm saying? But it was coming from a loving aspect because he's seen so much in us. And again, and he said too, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. That man was in the Marines. You know what I'm saying? He's very intellectual, and you can't bullshit a bullshitter. He'd be cool with you and all of that, but as soon as you're on that bullshit, hey, there's consequences to bullshit. And I remember because, again, we used to all be cool with him, right? The whole class, like, he was all our favorite teacher, but I think we had a substitute and we was showing our ass. And when he came back, he was like, oh, okay, I heard all of this was going on. Okay. So we got a 15-page essay that I need due by this day. And we was like, what the fuck? And I think the only thing he allowed us to do that made it a lot easier was to double space it. He was like, I ain't gonna do y'all like that, but I do need that 15-page though, double space for sure. And all we could do was respect it. It was like, damn, like we did fuck up because the substitute was here. So, even though teacher was not there, there are consequences for the actions taking place for somebody not being there. That's where integrity comes in at, right? Still being a solid person, even though you are not around someone or something. Solidness goes out the window the minute you are not around a certain type of person, place, or thing. Was you really solid to begin with? Was you really solid to begin with, or was you really the imposter? Was somebody here just wearing a mask around you until the perfect opportunity came for them to take it off and show who they really are? Yeah, when I seen ring nubula, it made me see the word ringleader. This is what somebody wanted to be. Somebody wanted to be the ringleader. So I feel like with that petty energy, it's giving Mean Girls. It's giving Mean Girls. On Wednesdays, Regina wears camouflage and flip-flops, so I wear. Is that what she said? This person wanted fucking minions, okay? Yes, mans. No. This is like the group of people in the class that all don't know anything or don't want to be looked at as the person that they talk about that keep raising their hand. So they just continue to sit with the motherfuckers that don't know anything. All because it's a group of them. But maybe the one that keep raising their hand don't got a lot of people around them. Okay, create. It says the first step to creating greatness. Okay. Some of you guys are very artistic. Okay, I'm seeing painting, DIYs, you know, and it's heavy energy on co-create. Like, because you may create within yourself just on a solo basis, like you got other people now that sees whatever it is that you're doing, and they're like, damn, like I want to join. I want to do that with you. Because again, you're very wise. You know what I'm saying? Like this cheetah, like something works here. Like somebody could be fast with this cheetah energy, but you know, even though it's bigger and it's faster and this owl is small, this owl holds a lot of wisdom. So I don't know, this could be somebody who could possibly give you a leg up, as I say, as I see mountains here. Okay, try to climb over this mountain. It's making me think of that what's that Hannah Montana song? It's the climb. And that's all about growth, right? It's making me think of that song too. I'll be channeling this song a lot. This is my favorite song though, because it's Mary Mary Can't Give Up Now. And that's like one of my favorite songs because we used to listen, me and my sister Caress, her birthday is on the 9th, y'all. We used to be in the car. Look at that new life. We used to be in the car with my grandma when we had drove to Vegas. And I remember we kept playing this song. And like I would say the first part, she'd say the second part. They'd be like, there will be mountains that I will have to climb. And there will be battles that I will have to fight. But victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide. But how can I expect to win if I never try? I just can't get... It's like these people collective, I feel like these people may have wanted you to give up. You know, when it came to like you being in a position to break free from people pleasing and to really speak your truth and to teach people and to inspire people, like, and with that it comes a light. Okay, it comes a light. So because you don't do it in the way in which other people may want you to do it, it still somehow sheds a light on you. I'm here. Welcome to the good life. I go for mine. I got to shine. So throw your hands up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? People painted Kanye as crazy, but that man is actually really smart. With the moves that he makes, he's very smart. People try and paint him out, and that's probably how people try to paint you out. Oh, you just crazy. You going through mental things or whatever. And yeah, that may be true. You may have went through mental issues and stuff like that. But that does not take away from the fact that facts are facts. And, you know, I feel like people try and fact check you. And then when they go and they see that the facts are correct, then it's like a salty feeling. You know what I'm saying? They want to be petty instead of being like, oh, damn, yeah, you know what? That is true. That is right. It's because this is somebody with this energy. What is that? Where'd it go? This is somebody that always likes to point at the negative. They're never going, when they already have something negative, thoughtful wise towards something, they're going to what? Find something to feed that negative aspect. They're going to bypass all the positive shit that they see with it. And then when they find that one negative one, they can be like, I can attach my thoughts and my feelings to this, and let's maximize on this part that I found, not knowing that there's good and bad in everything. There's good and bad in everything. As below is below, as above is below. Just as we have a light side, we also have a dark side. But that goes into which way we choose to operate it in. And from the looks of it, collective, with this love coming out here and you discipline, this is like you only wanting to operate from a space of love. Anything outside of that gotta go. And you are teaching people this about you. Each one teach one. Look, if you're not over here trying to be of love and uplift people and help them see things from a different perspective, and you're always trying to find the negative in things, then you can't come to my class. It's probably going to be a lot of people curious about your class. You know, people that want to come and tiptoe and come in last minute, like, oh, okay. And you look up and like, oh, when did you get here? I thought you didn't want to take my class. I thought you didn't want to take it. I thought you didn't like what was being taught here. When people start to like your class, it brings curiosity to people to see, like, what is it really about? And then when you really get to see what it's about, it's like, you know, people then criticize. At that point, whoever these people are, then criticize you so much to the point to where it's like they can't even really give you your props properly because they talk so much down on it. Okay, orphan. Yeah, this is how these people are going to feel. They're going to feel left out. They're going to feel left out. You know, don't ever dim your light, collective. Like, you belong, you fit in when you think of orphan. This is like, you know, some of you guys could have came from foster care. It always like, excuse me. I don't know why this kind of looks like a wishing well. Y'all could have always like wished to fit in or something, but it's like you were never meant to fit in, collective. You were always meant to stand out. Like, even if you come from foster care, or you know, you feeling like you did not get the best hands dealt to, some of y'all could be going through imposter syndrome based off of your background or wherever that you went through. It's like the places that you are in now or that you're thinking about going, you may feel like you don't belong there, and you do have a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure with the shit that I've been through within the past 4 years, I'm pretty sure it's people like, well, how are you in the position to be on this platform and talk and inspire people when you've done been through that and whatever? Well, that's my testimony. That's the reason why God put me in this position, so I can be transparent and let you know that there's other people in this world that go through things too. And I've gained knowledge through those experiences to where I am able to relay that to the next person, touch the next person. That's all what it's about. That's all what it's about. I don't know how everybody, you know, how other channels do what they do. But in my class, we're going to laugh, we're going to cry, we're going to kiki, we're going to talk about some shit. I'm going to mention experiences that resonate with the energy that's coming out with y'all. Because I can relate. If I'm reading on this shit, guarantee it's a story that I have been through in my life that I can piece to it for you to get a better understanding. Why? Because I've seen how certain things plan out. And it's always different angles to situations. So maybe my angle, the way in which I experience something may resonate with you in the angle in which you're going through with your situation. Each one teach one. And that's the thing, because like, just like how back in slavery, when it came to that statement of when black children learned something and they taught other black children, you know what I'm saying? Because they were so limited with educational access due to oppression. It's like, why wouldn't you want to? Some people, some people just simply don't have the confidence to speak on those down parts of their life. You know what I'm saying? So when they see that somebody else is and is able to utilize that in a way to help other people, sometimes that can come off intimidating. Have you ever tried to teach somebody something that they asked you about and it seemed like they it's like you asking me for help, but like how you coming is like you already know it. Like, do you really need my help or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is and that could be the thing here. It's hard for somebody to know when to just listen. Let somebody teach you something. It's and just listen to what is being said. But again, no matter how much you may try and teach someone something, if they feel like they know it better than you, it will never get through. It will never get through. So why are you wasting your time, collective? Why are you wasting your time? And for some of you, I feel like y'all is just like, again, if you want to come to my class, you can come to it. If not, bye. Make sure you close the door so my class don't get distracted by the outside noise. Thank you. Okay, and this is confusing people because they're like, hold on, like, aren't you the teacher? Why wouldn't you want me to stay here and learn? It's like, listen, I'm not holding you against your will. You gotta want this shit for yourself. I'm here for you if you want it. But if you don't want it for yourself, then what are we doing? I'm giving you exactly what you asked for. Or what you knew could have possibly been the repercussion of it. Yeah, look at that. I'm telling you, somebody wants to give you a leg up. That's why I seen that mountain. That's exactly why I pulled this deck back out. And it came out too. All that glitters ain't gold. That shit came out too earlier. I told you it wanted to come out and it did. Now listen, collective. Keep in mind, okay? People may see you as having this platform or being very inspirational and things like that, and they want to come in and give you a leg up and making it seem like, oh, I want to do a good deed for you. I want to put you in this position. I see that you're doing this and doing that. This is for somebody else's gain. You are a key factor. This is why this person wants to give you a leg up. Understand that people that want to put you in higher positions, understand why that is. It's some people that actually do see whatever it is that you're doing and want to like come into your life and amplify that for real on a genuine note. But there are people here, all that glitters isn't gold, that could be doing this for just clout. They're going to attach themselves to you because they see that it's something that you have something positive going on and that a lot of people are gravitated towards you in that way. So because maybe they have maybe they ain't really who they say they supposed. That's that stolen identity shit. Whoever this frenemy is or whatever. This is somebody that wants to come in the form of like helping you, but it's like you're really helping them. They're not really helping you. Don't get it twisted, collective. You're helping them. That's why they want to come and help you. Because you are valuable. You're valuable. And people are like, why that person? Why you? Why you? Why not? Why not? You're a very resourceful person. Like, people have questions and they may come to you. Hey, why is this like this? Like, why? And that's the thing, like, when you don't know something, I feel like you search it. You do research. Like, why is the sky blue? Why is the sky really blue? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I... A lot y'all questioning your surroundings right now. That has a lot to do with growth. Why doesn't this person support me? Why doesn't this person love me? Why, is this person acting this way towards this other person? Why is this person not coming to my class? Why am I failing? You know what I'm saying? When you get to the root of certain things, and that's the thing, sometimes we know what the root of certain things is and still ignore it, but still have the nerve to question why something is the way that it is. But when you really dissect it, a lot of motherfuckers know exactly why something is what it is. Shoot. Yeah, orphan. Because they wanted somebody here. I feel like they wanted you to be left out so bad. They wanted you to constantly feel left out. The more that they did these petty tactics and these things to make you feel left out, the more it made them look a certain type of way. So when that happens, what do they have to do? What do they do? They try and compensate you by trying to give you a leg up, trying to get back into your life, trying to in order to get back in good graces. But all that glitters is not gold. It's a mask. It's a mask. Because if you take this person, if you let this person back into your energy, it is almost as if it will confirm whatever was being said or done towards you. So listen, collectors, stand 10 toes down. Yeah, because somebody's going to try and come in and put like a fork in the road. But that's the thing. Whoever this energy is, they were trying to separate you from, they were trying to cause a separation here. When you think of fork in the road, they were trying to cause a separation, and it did not work out in their fucking favor. Whereas this person was trying to teach you a lesson, you actually end up teaching them a lesson. Right? Hurt people. With hurting coming out, crying, depressed, pain, and sorrow. I'm telling you, some type of plan backfired on somebody. It's not fun when the rabbit got the gun. Okay? Because, like, listen, you were the teacher that had the access towards passing this person. And they did all of that bullshit in the class during the class semester when they knew whatever it is that they had to do. It's like it's a situation that somebody brought upon themselves. Okay? Distraction, temptation, always busy, kept you waiting. I'm here. I'm here. What was that from the Temptations where he was like, nobody came to see you, Otis? And y'all know how Otis was trying to be the ringleader or whatever, and they like, ain't nobody came to see you. Like, somebody feels shunned now as I don't know. It's like you have a certain type of vibe, collector, that's different from this other energy. And they were trying to embody your vibe and it did not work. Why? Because that's not authentically them. So this person, I feel like, will tempt these people like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Or like trying to embody your type of energy, but to distract them from really truthfully seeing you. But once these people, I feel like, got a taste of you and how you inspire people, yeah, look at that guidance. That's what you do, collective. You got these people hooked. Look, phone in their hand right now. Okay, it's like look, faith, healing, intuition, dreams. Yeah, some of y'all could be readers like me. And I know, like, for people who don't know what is that I do, or let alone have never even listened to any of my reads, I'm pretty sure they'll take the connotation that they hear from the internet, other people, and what have you, and form their own opinion, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But until you actually come and you sit in my classroom, you understand what the hell is going on. Okay? It's way deeper than the things that some people are accustomed to or used to. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Somebody can be listening to somebody through the car. I don't know. Somebody must have a podcast or something. But I feel like somebody listens to someone through the car. Hey y'all. Y'all, I'm still sick, so child, I don't want to be rubbing my nose and all that on the camera. But listen, secretive, okay? It says sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. And that's when it goes back to that part where I said people love to like say, oh, I don't like that school anymore and all it is. But like they missed the part where they were kicked out because they lit the bathroom up. You know what I'm saying? And damn near burnt down half the school. They missed that part. Ooh, as I hear sirens. That's confirmation. Okay. And that's stubbornness. Yeah. Bossy, selfish, inflexible. Somebody who's inflexible, that's that small-minded energy. They're like stubborn. They're like, no, this is what it is. How you stubborn and you lying? No. Hiding information and you stubborn, it's because that's the guilt, because this is somebody who cannot admit that they fucking wrong. That's crazy. This is somebody who like they school and they didn't do what they were supposed to do and they got kicked out, and this would be somebody that would like fake a whole graduation, like you have a graduation party, a whole ceremony, and all this stuff to appease to other people that you graduated and you finished and all of this. And it's like, in the whole time you got kicked out. Eventually, when you get to applying for those jobs or whatever the case may be, and they want that college degree as proof, it will show. Eventually, that guilt will come in, because it's like you can't eventually keep covering up that. It's like you tricked yourself out of your own spot with someone. Apology, remorseful, ashamed. Yeah, because however these people try to paint you as, it's like it just wasn't what it was. I remember this. Seeing this post. It was like I was in math class learning x and y, x plus y equals z, and basically like they never applied that in their life, right? So people, it's like, even though, depending on what field you are in, you may have to use the equation of x plus y equals z. Just because you are not in that profession, to understand why you had to learn that back then, and it doesn't apply to your day-to-day aspect, does not mean that it does not apply to someone else's day-to-day aspects. Architectures, people like that, that's good, that have to use numbers and equations and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are glad that they learn y x plus, y plus z, all of that, because it applied. Only learn things that is going to apply towards where you see yourself going. What's the point of trying to learn something that you're not going to apply in your day-to-day life? What's the point? That's almost equivalent to like that's like throwing away that's like you cooking and you throw away the box. You knew the instructions was on there, but then you keep opening the trash can to look at the ingredients or the directions when you didn't even have to throw it out in the first place. You didn't have to throw it out in the first place. You could have kept it on the counter so you can look and see what the directions and stuff were. You could have had access to it. But because somebody threw something away, it's like somebody is nosy. I swear, somebody is nosy. Somebody all up in somebody's business. Like somebody wrote you off. This is like, again, getting kicked out of a class or being in the classroom and being like, man, this class ain't for me, and making a big deal at the fact that this class ain't for you and leaving. But then you keep walking past the door trying to see what's being taught in there. It's because you like the class. You like the class. It was just probably a little challenging for you to understand, but you like the class. And because you can admit that you like the class, or whatever reason that caused somebody here to act out, to leave that type of mark in that class, is making it hard for them to re-enter. And that makes me think about, too, it's a lot of teaching going on. Even when I was in esthetician school, right? I told you, I'm going to always have a story. When I was in esthetician school back in 2021, I was just getting out of a long-term breakup. And I think by the end of that month, I was enrolled. I was on a waiting list. And then I ended up getting accepted to start the program. And I don't know, it was just a lot of things going on emotionally. And I had a mental breakdown. I remember when it was like a week before the first half of my school was over with, until we went to the second part, right? And when I had the mental breakdown, I remember speaking to my class, because my teacher, I was passing with an A. I was on top of my shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. I was passing with an A, and I backed out of the course. Backed out. I talked to the class. I was just like, I don't even know if this is for me or whatever. Like, and I was just going through a lot mentally. And I remember my teacher, she was just like, Kelsey, you're passing with an A. I don't know what's going on, but like, if you want to get back enrolled into the course to finish the program, just call me and let me know. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to leave things on good terms. It's not like I just stopped showing up and, just let shit go and I didn't let nobody know or nothing. It's like when people see it, I just felt like my teacher may have figured as to why she called me outside of me speaking on Zoom to everybody. And because she knew, like, okay, your grades are good. It must be something going on that's making you want to drop the course, because evidently it's not your academics, right? And so once all of that happened and I ended up getting back checked in, it's kind of like I didn't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I left on the terms in which I did, and I connected with my teacher. She was happy that I was getting back into the course to finish strong. My classmates welcomed me back. I didn't feel judged, or I didn't feel ashamed because I decided to take myself out of the program. Like, I was open with open arms. And that just goes to show, it's just like, it's good. It's good to leave situations without bad blood, okay? Because that's why it leaves a lot of people thinking about you, because they know that, like, you did not leave. You did not cause an uproar. You didn't project whatever it is that you were feeling onto the other person, all because they didn't. It would have been totally different if my teacher was like, oh, you don't want to take my class? You dropped my class? Oh, okay, cool. Well, when you drop your class, you ain't gonna never be shit and all that stuff, or whatever the case may be. Like, and sadly, it's probably some teachers out here that's like that. But because she's seeing something in me and she noticed that it wasn't just an academic thing, you know what I'm saying? It was more of an emotional thing that I was going through. That's why the approach was different. That's why I was welcomed back differently than somebody who flipped the table over, spray painted the chalkboard, and walked out before I left her class. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got back in, boom, it was on the cracking. It was on the cracking. And it's making me think of when my cousin told me, he told me proper preparation prevents poor performance. Okay? Stay on your P's, collective. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Like, I'm telling y'all, and it's so possible for you to get to where you going, because like, even with getting out of a long-term relationship, having a mental breakdown, losing my brother in the midst of that too, it was heavy. It was heavy. Dropping out a week before the second half, coming back in, finishing strong. When I went to go take my esthetician test, y'all, I did not have my proof of training. I was not prepared, right? And that's what stuck with. And listen, my cousin taught me that. He's not a professor. He's not a teacher. He's my cousin. He taught me that proper preparation prevents poor performance. That was a lesson that stuck with me. Because again, when I did not have my proof of training, I wasn't prepared. The first time I took my esthetician test. So when I went in there and I had to drive all the way to La Puente, this is when they had it in Glendale before they moved to like Torrance area. I had to drive all the way to Glendale. This is like an hour, damn near an hour drive to go back to my school to pick up my proof of training, go back to Glendale, take the test. I had missed the practical where you do the hands-on experience. Thank God they took that shit out of the esthetician protocol. But by the time I took my written test, I failed, y'all. I left and I cried in my car. But I knew the result of that was because I was not prepared. So come that second time, when I took my test, oh, it was bad. I was like, yeah, I'm passing. Ain't no way I'm not passing. So when I went in there and I seen pass, I still didn't believe that shit. I still didn't believe that shit. I didn't believe it until I sat down. I had to take my picture. And I was bawling, crying because like nobody knew all the shit that was going on with me on a mental level, and still applying myself and studying and fucking passing. When I said I did everything I said I was gonna fucking do when it came to passing. I was studying at work. I was doing them flashcards. I had the book going on the drive there, all up until I got into the parking lot, making all that shit stick. And I was bawling, crying, y'all. And the guy who was taking my pictures, I was like, I'm just so happy. I'm sorry. He was like, you need a shot, huh? I was like, I do. I do. You know what I'm saying? Like grieving, not only the loss of a relationship, a loss of my brother, you know, the loss of my mental. Like, it was a lot of losses. But you grow. When you want to get out of a certain place of your life, it requires what? A lot of discipline. Whew. A lot of discipline, collective. It requires it on a mental standpoint, on a physical standpoint, on a work ethic standpoint. Because there's so many people, again, that like are used to you staying at a certain level. I feel like, you know, a lot of people fuck with me when I was depressed, when I was sad, when I was, you know, heartbroken over that relationship or whatever. It was cool. But the minute I started to grow, the minute I started to notice my self-worth, the more I shed my light, the more it shed light on people that were not comfortable seeing me grow. Okay? But listen, deuces. One monkey don't stop the show with that banana there. It says fed up, cutting ties, walking away. And I feel like that's what y'all had to do. That was part of being disciplined, was walking away from people, places, and things who were either intimidated by your growth or did not want to see you grow in a certain way in which they may have talked about you never growing in. Okay, now these people are left crying, having nostalgia, missing you, because it's like they don't have access to your energy. And if they do, it's from a distance. If they do, it's from a distance. And whatever platform that you have that, you know, in which you display this, even if you don't have a platform, even if it's just, if you that relative, or if you that friend, or if you that coworker, or if you that teacher that is able to help someone, I feel like a lot of you guys do that. Because what? With thinking of you, you may not ever remember what somebody say, but you're going to always remember how a motherfucker made you feel. Okay? I don't remember all the conversations that I've had with my high school English teacher, but I know the feeling that he gave as far as he cared about us. And that tough love, just like with Mr. Clark and Lean on Me. If that was off of actual teacher, because I think it was, I'm pretty sure all them students remember that teacher. Everybody remembers that one teacher that that really left a mark on us. Everybody remembers that one lover that left a mark. Everybody's gonna remember that one friend that left a mark. Ooh, some of y'all go check out that reading I had did too. I think it was last week. It was like, I titled it "The Way You Leave a Mark on People." It may be relevant to this message. You know, and the thing is, even when it comes to remaining teachable, right? It does not matter. It makes me, even when I was taking fashion classes or just regular like GE classes at college, right? I was in class with some older people too. You're never too young to stop learning. You're never too learn to not be able to learn another skill or something like that. Like, oh man, if I was younger, no. If you still got breath in your body, you still are able to walk around, or you still able to use any of your abilities, you still have room to grow. You still have room to grow. Okay. So don't ever put a cap or limit yourself. You know, and it makes me think too. It's making me think of that dynamic of like, maybe somebody can be going through this when it comes to parents. Okay, like and I don't know if it's just like in the Black community. Maybe, you know, I can only speak for my community. Okay. But I know sometimes we have that thing going on when it comes to like hierarchy, when it comes to parents, right? And sometimes, you know, we may feel like as a younger generation that even as an older generation, that we can't learn from someone who is younger than us. You know, and that's like staying in that box, right? Like, if you only think that you can learn from people that are older than you, you are limiting yourself on so many levels. Because you can learn from your child. You can learn from somebody that's younger than you. Because the world is constantly changing. Everybody has new mindsets and new ways of looking at things. And maybe an older way or older mindset in which someone may have been thinking something in can be shown, it can be thought of in a different way. This is like and I was just talking to my mom about that, about like how when we were younger, during the holidays, right? And like when we used to all go to my grandma's house, because the adults paid for the food and made the food and whatnot, like all the younger cousins or the cousins and so forth would help like put everything back to how it was. So like somebody was on the dishes, somebody was clearing the plates, somebody was taking the trash out, somebody's putting the chairs back. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the least that we can do, because the adults cooked and did that and whatnot. Like that was just the structure I grew up in when it came to my growing up at my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? But now it's different. And you know, and and even at my grandma's house, all the cousins, everybody would come over there because that was the pit stop. Not even the pit stop, that was the main stop. You know what I'm saying? But as times has changed, generations have changed. You know, I know a lot of people can probably contest to like the dynamics being a lot different. And it's just something that we adjust with. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is always going to be the same, but there are certain things that we are taught that could stay in order, but not all of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the aspect still of, hey, let's help straighten up before we dip out or whatever to contribute to helping. Being that the adults did this and that, let's contribute, whatever. That's something that can still stick. Okay? But I know with the generation now, like the younger generation, you know, they have boyfriends, they have lives, and they dip in, they say, hey, you know. Whereas, as you get older, I feel like I'm hearing this song. I'm gonna stick with you, my baby. Nobody's gonna make me feel this way. I'ma stick with you. Somebody was just playing that. I ain't heard that in a minute. But I feel like it isn't until you grow, until you really start to value certain type of things. You get older, you learn. You know, just like with this lover here that's in your energy, I feel like this is somebody who's learning, like, hey, like this lifestyle, this smoke, drink, chill, all that stuff is getting played out. It's getting tiring. Like, I want to come home to somebody. Like, I want to be laid up. I want to cuddle. I want to chill. I want to be like, this is my baby. I don't want to have to worry about her or him being out there in these streets turning up and who they with or whatever. This is somebody that wants to create some type of structure. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this other energy, just keep growing, collective. Keep doing your part. If you know you showing up to class and you doing what you need to do in order to elevate yourself or elevate your consciousness and your awareness, continue to do so. Everybody learns on their own timing. Okay? Yeah, no contact, because I feel like you're not talking to a lot of people. You are in this era of isolation for a reason. Okay, block, silent treatment, cut off all communication. And that just goes to show, it's like, listen, this other energy who has this like petty energy towards you, you're not even feeding the situation. You're not feeding the situation. So I feel like this is why some of these people want to come back in and mend things with you. But again, collective, like, it's so much weird energy around those friends and that friend energy. Like, there's so many other classes out here. You just got to find which one fits for you. I don't feel like you're trying to force anybody to come to your class. But if you know, it's like if you are able to take something from this class, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? If not, then hey, there is a place that you can go, or there's somewhere else that you can go to get that lesson. You know what I'm saying? You're not pulling nobody's coattail or making them come to your class. Okay? Alligator been coming out a lot, y'all. Every time I pull this deck out, it's been coming out a lot. Because it's like, you got some people in your water you can't trust, man. Woo, these are like some sneaky type of people that as soon as they get the opportunity to attack you, they will. But I also feel like, you have a way of like getting out of, you move very swiftly. And I feel like you just move off of instincts, right? You could have picked up this energy from someone or someplace, something, whatever, that has caused you to grow. Okay, tape. It says very sticky situation, cutting things away in order to hold things together, fixing things. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, somebody, I don't know, somebody could have tried to record somebody, secretly record somebody. I don't know. It's some type of sticky situation that you got yourself out of. Or somebody was trying to make a sticky situation, and now they want to come and fix things. But it's kind of like with tape here, it's like there's either proof or like, I don't know, it's weirdness. It's like you cut somebody off. This is like that student that did everything in this teacher's class before they left, and then like thinking that they can go find that class somewhere else. But that was the only teacher that could teach that class. And in order to get whatever it is that they are trying to get, you got to pass that class with that teacher. So this is like somebody that's like, coming in back into your life because they got their tail stuck between their ass because they got to pass the class with you. Either they got to or they want to. Okay, it says itchy, meeting an old friend or enemy. I'm telling y'all, advance in position or loss, someone speaking of you or for you, the better or worse, discovering a legacy or sorrow, a happy journey, good or bad, money in and out, a joy or disappointment, okay? Yeah, so this can either go, this ain't gonna go in this person's favor. However they trying to fix things with you, it's not going to go in their favor because I feel like whoever this person is, they already kind of showed their hand when it came to you. It's giving me that expression, don't bite the hand that feeds you. You know what I'm saying? When you feed things, you are teaching things. You are nurturing something, right? But somebody bit your hand, collective. Somebody bit your hand. Hey. Yeah, I'm telling you, whoever this lover is, this could be family too. It's a home life. But also too, I feel like whoever this lover is, like you can live with this person, whoever gives you this energy of comfort or something like that. But like you are this person's safe place. They really want to establish something with you. And with that 83 breaking down to an 11, I do feel like this could be like a twin flame energy. Okay, now the red flag with this person that you may have realized, what does red say? It says hoe, running away, red flag, sneaky bitch, hidden agenda, cheater, keeps it on the down low, secretive. When it comes to friends, don't let somebody come to your house, even if it's family. If you get this certain type of vibe with, it's a red flag. Somebody has like a hidden agenda. But also too, like this person, in the love department, this could have been like their past energy, like a walking red flag. And I feel like this person is growing up. You know what I'm saying? They're becoming disciplined. They're cutting ties and ways of things that they no longer want to associate in. Okay? I'm telling y'all, this person, like, they want to come home at night. You got this person wanting to come home at night. Because it's not just about the bottle popping and the sex and the drugs and all this stuff. It's like, nah, when This is somebody they feel like they can be vulnerable with you. They can open up. They can talk about what's going on, how their day was, like intimate times, big family, co-sleeping. This is like somebody that want to take like nap dates with you. Like you can FaceTime this person and hit them up and be like, "What you doing?" They be like, "I'm gonna take a nap." Be like, oh, "Okay, I'm gonna be on the way. I'm gonna come take a nap with you." we can both take a nap, and then we can wake up and go get some food or something. It's that type of vibe with whoever that lover is, collective. Okay, and one more. All right, stethoscope. It says health card. Heart, mind, body. Get well, get checked up, healthy choices, change in diet or exercise. So yeah, somebody is replacing that Henny with some green tea. Somebody is replacing the hen dog with the green tea chamomile. Collective, some of you guys could be holistic too. Like you guys could teach people about how to nurture their bodies or things as far as like detoxing. Shoot, with mind, you can teach this person how to journal, how to. You're a very resourceful person, collective. So anybody who like would not want to come to your class to learn about things mentally, physically, emotionally, financially or whatever, those are things that you are teaching people to excel, to know better about. It's like it has nothing to do with you as to why some people may not want to come to your class. It has nothing to do with you. Especially if your class is only to, again, uplift and help people. But evidently this lover, they want to be in your class too. Front row. And they most likely going to be the one that's going to keep putting their hand out so they can stand out, so you can know that they paying attention and that they listening, that you listening. Or that they listening to you. Okay. Space Ranger. It says heroes. Stand up, dude. A shoulder to lean on. Hello, lean on me. Trustworthy, loyal friend, helper, fair and kind, green flag. Okay. I'm telling you, it's like this person feels like you're out of this world. I'm hearing that song. Get out of your head. Wait, what is that song? Get out of your head. I don't know who sings that. I know I hear it though. But this person wants to come in. It's like you save this person in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Because you have this out of this world type of energy, you save this person with hero. I feel like you make somebody's knees weak. I'm here. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, and something takes over me, and it's so amazing. It's not again. I want you to stay with me by my side. I swallow my pride. That's SWV, y'all. For those who don't know, it's called weak. But this is how you make this person feel. They feel like they can lean on you. They feel like you are a loyal friend and a loyal lover. And I feel like, listen, no matter how much those frenemies that you may have had around you, collective, you do have some people here that see you as a loyal person. That's why I don't know if these people may got caught in the crossfire here, because it's making me think back of that tiptoe energy. Tiptoeing on my sandals. But people see that you are fair, you are kind, like you are a helper. Again, when you are helping someone, it is to uplift them. And when somebody falls down, You're going to go and you're going to give them a helping hand and lift them up. Listen, the groceries is too heavy. Here, let me help you. You don't know how to do this? Okay, shoot, let me help you. Let me throw an idea out. Maybe that can help you. Or let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's you. You you are definitely a green flag to people. Excuse me, collective. You are a walking green flag. And I feel like this is what caused this lover who may have operated in this red flag energy to turn green. You made them turn green. Yeah, you got a lot of eyes on you, collective. A lot of people are watching you. They're watching your class. Okay? But this says it's not a good card. It says watching, gossiping, looking deeper, hidden accounts, slander, stalking. Again, this is like somebody, it's like giving that, how you hating outside the club and you can't even get in. Somebody hating on your class so much, but it's only because they don't have access to you. All they can do is watch you. But that's the thing. They take so much time out of their day to watch you, only to go back and try and slander you. If you didn't like the class, then why are you paying so much attention to the class? If you did not like the class, why are you so worried about it? Because it's like these people want to, you got to get away from these type of people, collective. These are people that just likes drama. They like conflict. They like all of that. Okay? But you keep continuing to teach people in order to uplift them. Because when you do that, all it does is shows how much of a hater some of these people are. Because it's like, if you ain't hurting nobody, okay? If you not out here talking down on a motherfucker or, slandering somebody, what is so wrong with whatever it is that you may seem to be doing? And I feel like it's because you come off very mysterious, right? Very mysterious, very alluring. And sometimes people can't put their finger on it. So because they can't, or because they can't figure you out, they draw their own narrative, unfortunately, right? It says, go back to the heart of who you truly are. There you will find peace. Look at your life in its entirety. Acknowledge any old wounds and then release them. Use what they taught you as added strength. Keep moving forward with a renewed sense of confidence. And that's what you did, collective, because it's like you did not let the lessons that you may have failed hinder you. Right? Even with me taking my esthetician class the first time, with everything that had happened to me and I failed, I could have blamed all of that. I could have stopped right there and been like, man, I didn't pass because I was just going through all of this, and that relationship really hurt me, and man, losing my brother really broke me down, and that mental breakdown, I could have blamed all of that on that. People could have been like, oh, I thought you was in esthetician school. What happened? Man, I went through all of this, all of that. Easy, because it was something there to blame it on. It was. But did I allow what I went through stop me from where I needed to go? No. That's where discipline came in at. And it does not feel good when you have to still stay disciplined despite what the hell you're going through in life. But what you can do is look at those things and use that as fuel to help push you forward. It's making me think of Sankofa. And I don't even know where this... this ring was so cute. And I got it from the African Pan Fest at the mall when they had it going on. And it was a vendor I had went to. That's where I got this ring from. It's like a parallel ring. He had this ring and it was a Sankofa ring. And, I seen it. I just like the design of it. But when I asked him, I rose my hand and asked him, hey, what does this symbolize? He informed me. he taught me something. He let me know, like, yeah, Sankofa is basically like a bird, and it's I think it's like a pebble or something. It's in it. The imagery is the bird going like picking a pebble from the back of where it was standing, right? And the whole aspect of Sankofa, how he explained it, was even though, you may go through things in life, is so important to take the positive aspects of what you went through and apply that to the future. It's like, if you know you did something good and it ended up working out, once you applied it, you're going to want to keep applying that same aspect towards it because you've seen that it worked. You're not going to sit and take a bad situation and keep applying it to the future when you know what the outcome is going to be when it comes to those negative aspects that you went through in the past. So the whole idea of Sankofa was to bring those positive aspects despite the circumstances and apply it to the future. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to anything going on in my life right now, just based off of the past 4 years, like, I have learned to have such a calmness about things. And I'm still trying to, you know what I'm saying? And it's still a learning experience. I remember one time, it's making me think of, because it says calmly analyze and confuse, right? It's making me think of this one story. I remember I was doing some work with an old friend, and I had parked my car on the driveway of her apartment building. Now, I knew I couldn't park there, but it wasn't even going to be for that long. I already knew the end result, though. If my car got towed, I knew. That's funny because I did mention somebody's car got towed earlier, if y'all remember. That's funny that this story is coming up. And so, yeah, it was only there periodic for a small amount of time. But in that small amount of time, my shit got towed. You know what I'm saying? And I was just doing the fitting. We were about to head out to drive to where the photo shoot was going to be at. So I was like, fuck, my car's towed. Now I have to ride with somebody else. And then the next morning I have to figure out how I'm going to get the car out, whatever. But again, I knew what that result was going to be when I left my car there. You know what I'm saying? And I remember someone, one of the girls letting me know, she was like, yeah, you like real cool. You real calm for your car to be gotten towed. Like, you real calm. And it was given, that's what made me think of this energy, like confused, calmly analyzed, because it was just like, you know what? I really can't be mad. Like, because I knew by parking there that my shit was going to get towed, but I was gambling. I was taking a risk. You know what I'm saying? And it is consequences for taking those type of gambling or taking those type of risks. Somebody can like to gamble. Somebody could have lost a lot of money. Or somebody thought that somebody wants to bet on you. I don't know. It's so weird, especially with that friend enemy. This is like, oh, I bet you this. Oh, I bet you that. I bet you she'll do or he'll do this. Or I bet you. It's very like somebody here is trying to prove a point or that's that petty energy. And now that their bet did not fall through, now they're stubborn about it. Now they feel some type of way about it. They don't want to apologize for a certain bet that they that did not go through. And also, too, it's giving me energy of other people. Like, this is like somebody being like, oh, bet on this. Like, this worked before or whatever. And you'd be like, all right. And then it does not end up working. But it's like somebody here trusted somebody's word. And it did not end up falling through. So now it's like somebody feels like they lost out on something. It could be money, a person, a job, whatever the case may be. But it's all because like somebody hyped up. And that's that leg up, right? That leg up energy, and all that glitters isn't gold. Somebody put it in the aspect of like, oh, this will put you in a better position, or this will help you, or like, I don't know if somebody felt like by dealing with someone would give them a leg up in some type of community. But honestly, that's not the type of person you want to connect yourself with. I don't care what level they on. I don't care what level they on. New levels, different devils. Just because you now dealing with some elite people or whatever the case may be, don't mean that there ain't no snakes there. Okay. All right. Give me some more spirit messages before we get up out of here. But spirit is like, listen, go back to the heart of the matter of who you truly are. The more you show up authentically, as yourself, the more, people are going to come to your class naturally. I knew, like, listen, I didn't want any other English teacher but him because I liked his class. I liked the way he taught. And again, he will use, even when he taught us, he will use some of his own personal experiences to explain certain things in the classroom as well. And I feel like that just makes it more authentic when you are able to speak on things you went through. It makes me feel like you're more of a liable person to speak on this because you actually went through it. But people try and trick you out your spot because, like, and I feel like people disregard the fact that you did go through it, and you do have a voice to speak on that. You have a voice to speak on whatever it is that you went through because you went through it. You're not talking because you read about it. You're not talking because you've seen a movie on it. You're not talking because you heard somebody else say something about it. No, you're talking it because you talk that talk and you walk that walk. Hello. Okay? It says you are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. So collective, yes, I'm here and keep faith, keep hope alive. Okay, you're a lot more powerful than you think. Your words are a lot more powerful than you think, collective. That's why it's like your words are powerful. Whether you are speaking down on someone or whether you are speaking up on someone. And people don't understand that words are spells as well. Words are spells as well. You ever listen to music and you were feeling an emotional way, but you listen to some uplifting music and it makes your spirit feel better? You know what I'm saying? It uplifts you and influences you to have that faith, to have that hope. Just as well as those words are in music, we speak those words every day. Telling you, it makes me think, I do always got a goddamn story. It's making me think of when I lived in Compton, right? And I remember there was this apartment building that I was manifesting. And this is when it was like just getting built up. And every time I got off that apartment, every time I got off that apartment, every time I got off that freeway exit, I would see the apartment and I'd be like, I'm going to be in that apartment. I'm going to be in that apartment. Right? All the time. Then when they finally put the sign up, I called the number, put my name down, and I was like, I'm going to be up in there. And y'all, I was on the waiting list. I called. I had got my application had got pulled. And this is during the time where I was with a ex, right? And it was so close to establishing getting that apartment. But, due to the relationship or whatever, things kind of went into a different route. But it proved to me how manifesting something fell in my lap. Speaking positively about whatever it is that I wanted, how it actually ended up coming to fruition. But it wasn't solidified because, you know, I just felt like that was God's way of being like, just not with this person. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Sometimes, like, God will present things to us and they be like, yeah, like, this is all you. This is all you. But sometimes, you know, you ain't able to get what's all you because you got the wrong people around you. You got the wrong people around you. That's why it's so easily for you to be influenced. Just speaking of school, right? Everybody want to be with the it crowd and all this and, you know, and all of that. But the it crowd really ain't learning. They ain't really focused. They ain't really determined. They don't really have discipline. Okay? If you look at how far the it crowd has gone compared to the people that may have been in that orphan energy, always felt left out. You didn't fit in, but you was on top of your shit. You know what I'm saying? You did what you were supposed to do. You asked questions, you learned, you turned your things in on time, or whatever. And you see how, and compare those people to see how far they have gone. Right? So whatever it is that you have been praying and manifesting for a collective, the answers is going to come soon. And you never know in which way, shape, or form that God is going to bring that to you. It can be in the form of a job. It can be in the form of a lover. It can be in a form of, because I'm telling y'all, man, my English teacher, when I was going through like the house fire and everything, and I'm so transparent with y'all. I love that for us. When I was going through what I was going through, and we went through that, man, my car got burnt up, the house or whatever. So when my car got burnt up, it was just like, man, I was trying to get resources and whatnot. And he had helped me get, because he was in the Marine, he helped me get a better bank account. You know how you can get if you have someone, it's a black cat. Somebody, dang, man. Let me not lose track because I'm getting a lot of downloads right now. So boom, with him, I was able to get like a better banking platform, and so I was able to get a loan from there to get a better car. But that's why it's so important to have great relationships with people, because who knew over 10 years ago from him just being my teacher that he would help me in a certain area of my life 10 years after. Because your character holds weight. Had I been a badass kid, never went to his class, always cussed him out or whatever like that, do you really think if I reached out to him during those times that he would have helped me? Hell no. Hell no. And it's making me think of the ladder effect, like Monica, clip of Monica when she was talking, like talking about how the same people that you see on the way up is the same people that you see on the way down. And when I seen that black cat, speaking of cars, and you know how my car had got burnt up or whatever, it made me think of like when I went to the shop, right, to re-up, and I was talking to this guy, and I seen that he had a red, and I've seen this on like a couple of my clients too. I don't know if it's like a Hispanic culture thing. Educate me in the comments if it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably do some research as well, but let me know from your standpoint. But I seen it was like a red band, a bracelet that he had over his wrist, and he was basically saying like it was protection. He went to Mexico, and I guess he got it prayed over or whatever like that. And that's the thing. Different cultures practice different things. And sometimes, like, if you are in a certain culture and you practice something outside of your culture, that can be looked upon differently as well. I know I experienced that too. Right? So it's like what he believed in his culture and probably based off of proven facts, right? That is unbeknownst known to us. That was a form of protection in his culture. Because he was like, man, I just kept experiencing car accidents and all this shit just started happening. I just felt like it was just a weird energy over me. And he was like, you know, when I went out there and I got this and whatever, he was just like, you know, I stopped experiencing shit with my car. Cause that black cat, it made me think of like that low vibrational Queen of Wands, right? If you think of the original card of the Queen of Wands, it's like a black cat in front of her. You know, like you got people, man, that are very confused as to like how you are still able to remain teachable, how you are still able to grow, how you're still able to learn, despite the things that they may have been throwing at you. I'm hearing, it's the God in me. Think I'm so fresh. Think I'm so clean. Think I'm so, it's the God in me. What you don't know is when behind closed doors, knees hit the floor. What they don't see is I'm on my knees, and the next, it's the God in me. And that's the thing, collective, because you guys trust so, like, God, I feel like, has taught y'all so many lessons within yourself to where, like, it has been proven as to, like, how things panned out because of him. And that's all God wants us to do, honestly, is flex as far as how he has pulled us through. He want us to tell other people about whatever it is that we went through, and how when we put our faith and our trust into him, how he was able to help us get out of it. The lessons we learned, the ways in which we bumped our heads. You know what I'm saying? Like, even before you come in here and tap in with me, again, like I always say, did you tap in with Big G? Did you pray this morning? Did you thank God for waking you up before you get any confirmation from anywhere else? Okay? Give me one more. It says, whenever you talk to us, it never goes unaware. We hear every single word. This is your confirmation that we are assisting you, guiding you, and ensuring your wishes finally come to fruition. Be patient. Everything will come together for you. I'm telling you, those prayers, you may feel like, you know, it's like, hey, can you hear me? Is it on? Is it on? You may feel like that. And they are. But Spirit wants you to, again, tap into your intuition and become disciplined in certain things. And you're going to see when you create a certain structure in your life, how things fall into place. You know, with elevation requires separation. So there's some things that you are going to have to clear out in order for certain blessings to come in. Because these are big blessings, okay? These ain't no little blessings. When they come from the Most High, these are big blessings. So you're going to have to clean and clean some areas out of your life in order for these big blessings to fit in there comfortably. Okay, it says perhaps some of you guys could be leaving going to like teach something on your own. I don't know if like you're becoming a teacher, you're about to do lessons or something like that. It's almost like I feel like God is telling you to like use whatever it is that you know how to do and teach others. That is a way of profit here. Whatever it is that you know how to do, teach other people. Each one teach one. Especially if it helps people be in a better position. You know what I'm saying? You be that light, because there's some people that know how to do certain things and have the access to certain things, and they you know, it's unfortunate that sometimes some people will see a certain light in you and will refuse to give you those certain details, or I mean, because what does it say? Secretive, hiding information. Because these are people I feel like, are in some type of secret competition with you, or whatever the case may be. So this is like spirit, like, you don't need to, it's almost like God knew that these people or this person was going to withhold this from you, this information. So it's almost like when you go on and you do something solely yourself because you know how to do something, it's kind of like a slap in the face to these people. Because they don't know what you're praying for. What did I hear somebody say? I think he said like the devil only knows your words, not your heart. Yep, I think that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell everybody what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when people know whatever it is that you got going on, they will find any way to try and infiltrate. But do what your heart is telling you to do. Just move in the ways in which your heart is telling you to do. And that's always going to show itself in everything that you do. Because God knows your heart. God weighs your heart at the end of the day. Yeah, you may talk a good game and have the gift of gab and be able to manipulate and gaslight people or whatever the case may be. But when your heart is seen, it overpowers whatever it is that's being said. That's how that happens. Okay, last one for real, y'all. It says your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Okay, move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. Okay, so you guys, when it comes to whatever direction that you are going in now, things are about to start moving quickly. Collective. It's making me think of that song. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. On the real, Spirit is like, prepare yourself. Okay? Make sure the decisions that you are making right now is going to make sense towards where you see yourself going. Because it's I don't know, something about to hit for you. I don't know what it is, but something is about to hit. The Spirit is like, keep doing the work, because you never know what day your card is going to be pulled. You know what I'm saying? We hear so many success stories of people that, were doing one thing or because viral is out here too. Something is going to be seen, and it's going to cause a lot of attention to come towards you, collective. So Spirit is like, are you ready? Because it's going to be a lot of good attention, but I feel like it's going to also cause narratives of people trying to make it bad attention. So be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's mainly from people who have that small-minded mentality. Okay? Because again, like, you are about to establish a whole new life, and it's going to be a lot of happiness. It's going to be a lot of milk and honey type of energy. Okay? So again, don't let anybody trick you out of your spot when it comes to how you are maneuvering and the ways in which you seem to be touching people. Okay? Because somebody out there needs to hear what you say, needs to hear your uplifting energy, or your words. Like, however you relay something, however you teach something, it resonates to some people.